do you ever just feel something and you know for 100% certainty before it happens that it's going to happen? Like, for example, LSU's not losing to Ole Miss this week. It's not happening. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. Like the gumbo of old that our grand ancestors invented, made. The culture, the dynamic of this place. LSU is not losing to Ole Miss on Saturday. It's not happening. Look, I'm not a gambling man. However, I have that feeling. Now, you know that I'm highly conservative when it comes to saying, oh, man, this team could come up and sneak up on you. I don't do this often. Not at all. Actually, the last time that I did this and came out and started a show like this, it was on a Thursday night. A Thursday night. Just brought my baby girl back from the hospital. She had just been born. She knew that she had to come to this glorious earth on the bye week of LSU, Alabama. And the Thursday night before the game, I came out here and told you what I'm going to say right now. We are not losing this game on Saturday. Mark it down. There's just things and feelings that I get. I know that you feel it too. Now, could Bama come in here in a couple of weeks and beat you? Yeah, they can. Could another team come in here and beat you Saturday night in Death Valley? Yeah, they should. Whatever the feeling, the aura, or the outright voodoo that you want to conjure up, the God's honest truth is I have that feeling inside my bones. We are live. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Blake Ruffino. This is AYS Sports. Hope that you're all having a good one. We know that we are as well. Huge show in store for you here tonight. We'll go through keys to victory. Now, you know we do it every Thursday, and I give you about 5 of them. We got 5 electric ones here tonight that we're going to go through. Brian Kelly gives his final update. I know that you're staring some things in the face when it comes to injury at receiver. I feel like you're going to find a way. I don't know how. I just feel that you're going to find a way. Trey'Dez Green, Kamarian Pimpton. How do those other tight ends get involved here? I think it's something that Brian Kelly alluded to. We got to pay attention to. So we're going to talk about that here tonight as well. Oh, by the way, we got to give you game picks. So week 7 in college football, I had somebody last week, now that I bring this up, I had somebody last week come up to me and say, hey, Blake, love what you do. Absolutely love what you do. However, you never give away NFL picks. You never do NFL picks, and nor am I going to start here today. It's not going to happen. We talk college football on this show. We're going to do it here again today. So week 7 picks, your boys 43-17. Now, I don't go against the spread. I tell you, hey, these are the easy winners. These are the teams I think that are going to win. 43-17 is not bad if I do ask so myself. If I do say so myself, it's not bad. So we'll go through picks. Yes, I did pick LSU. Now, in about 4 weeks, am I going to? I don't know. You know, probably around a month from today, you're arguably gearing up for another one of these. We'll see. We'll see. So we'll get the game picks and then hashtag Ask Blake thoughts, questions, concerns. We'll get them at the end. I got to do something before we get started, though. You might see this hat. It says American Made from our good friend David Cohn over at Crane & Company. My man sent me a nice note, and from the Daily Wire, it says, Blake, thanks so much for your support. Enjoy the hat, brother. Best, David Cohn. So, David, I know you know about the show, but this is very key because this now finds a handy-dandy spot on the allure of greatness. Now, we're going to move it around. We'll get it more visible here. But, yes, our good friend David Cohn, highly talented individual. Arguably one of the tallest human beings I've ever seen in my life personally. However, I appreciate David Cohn for sending us over the hat. The songs are fantastic. His content is fantastic. His Get Off My Lawn today was fantastic because we talked about that at probably like 5 minutes on Monday. So you need to go check it over that. So, David, thank you. Highly talented. For all of those of you that I know David has done a lot of content, you need to go over there and support our guy, David Cohn. Thank you so much for the hat, man. I love it. We're going to continue to wear it. Oh, and by the way, if you say anything about the American flag, I could give a shit. You can get your ass up out of here. We're not that show for you. All right, let's get rolling. I'll get to some. Yeah, let me get to some chats. Interns are learning, man. Our good friend Scott Monaco says, "How come my picture's not up there?" I don't know. Look, Colin, I see your tweet or your comment. I'm not going to bring it up, but I don't care who anybody else picks. Let them pick him. I have my reasons. Look, man, I've been wrong, but I'll say I'm 43-17 this year in game picks. I don't know if that's good. It's pretty good for me. Pretty good for me. I don't care who other people pick. Pick them. Is there sound logic? Let me say this. Is there sound logic in saying that Ole Miss comes in here and wins? Yes, there is. Very sound logic in that. But I'm just not doing it. I have a very wild feeling. I will remind you, most of you have followed the show a long time. Your boy was like the only one coming out here saying we're winning in 22 on that glorious Saturday. Feeling, man. Feeling. Now, next week versus Arkansas, I feel like dog shit. Anyway. Rob Boudreaux says, Blake, you been watching Trolls? No, not me. If you're talking about like the kid show, no, I haven't. We watched Bluey. Bluey is the big thing. I can speak an English accent better than anybody. It's probably a horrible English accent, but tea and crumpets, governor. We watched too much God Dog Bluey. We watch way too much Bluey. Jack Davis says, Blake, send us in a 4-pack. All right. If I had to do a 4-pack, I'm not going to make this easy on you. Tennessee over Florida, Iowa State over West Virginia, BYU. No, I'm going to say BYU. So I gave you Tennessee. I gave you Iowa State. I'll give you Texas. I'm going to give you one hard. That's what she said. Or that's what he said. I'm going to take BYU over Arizona if I had to do it. I don't parlay. I go straight up bets. That's how I make money. Money line, spread, doesn't matter. Or just pick, not spread. Mainly what I do if I'm betting every week, I just go game by game. It's not probably smart, but I'm there to make money. Nickel and dime them. Get down the field. That's how conservative I am. Maybe you can get the big pop, but you on parlays, I just don't do that. Nash says, DM Nash says Bluey is Australian. I didn't know that. See? I know it's on all day. All day. Michael says Derek Carr is greater than Vanderbilt. That's greater than Alabama. Yeah, I think it's been very funny seeing a lot of smart people that I know use transitive property this week. Guys, I'm telling you, it doesn't work like that. I've been telling you this year, styles are making fights. But can you lose? Yes. I feel like you're not going to. I don't do this often. I'm telling you, man, this is a hell of a show to be in right now. I'm telling you, I don't do this often. Lance Hill says, my God, the obnoxious Texas and Oklahoma fans are in Dallas. Help us. Yeah, I'm not. No. Those fan bases, they're crazy. You should see the AYS SEC channel. They're already coming in there. We only had it a week. You know, like Rufino Joe show going over 10 subs, and we're doing some SEC content stuff. Boy, they are on another planet right now. Complete another planet. All right, let's get rolling. Everybody do us a favor. Hit the like and share. If you're on Facebook, share to all those groups and to all of those social media pages. You're watching us, listening to us on YouTube. Like, subscribe, notification bell, wherever you listen to podcasts. Rate, review, and subscribe. Before we get going, I got to tell you about our good friends over at Cherry Bundy. Dude, I'm telling you, I use this stuff, have lost some weight. You could obviously tell. I think you could tell that I've lost some weight. But Cherry Bundy is the place to go when you need recovery from workouts. Natural products and ingredients, no sugar added, tart cherries with the high antioxidants, fruit and vegetables. Listen, I'm telling you, it really does help reduce soreness, increase recovery, improve sleep, and helps support immunity. We've talked about this, something that I think is very interesting. 66 of the 67 Power 4 conference football teams and football teams inside the P4 conference is what I was trying to say, have used Cherry Bundy. Go over to Amazon, cherrybundy.com, and at your realtors nationwide. Let's talk about our good friends at betonline.ag and J&J Exterminating and our good buddy Tyler. We'll be right back. Stay with us. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way for you to wager on all of your favorite sports, contests, events with the first-to-market odds and lines. Find reviews for all the news for each league, including Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, NHL, combat sports, college sports, esports, and even golf. BetOnline continues to be the top online resource for all of your sports information for live in-game betting, props, and futures. Head on over to BetOnline today and use your mobile device to join and make your first sports bet. Use our promo code BELIEVE50, that's BELIEVE50, BLEAV 50, to receive your 50% off welcome bonus on your first deposit. That's betonline.ag, betonline.ag.
He will sell your house and find you a new. Well, Tyler's the man, he's here for you. If you want to buy or sell, well, it's not too late. Dial 955-0008. Just call 955-0008. Y'all call Tyler, he'll shoot you straight.
Louisiana is unique. The food, the festivals, even the bugs. No, not mud bugs. Unwanted bugs like these. The ones you don't want crawling in your home or business. Trust the Shield from J&J Exterminating. We've been protecting Louisiana homes for over 50 years, earning the trust of our clients because we deliver what we promise. Protect your home from pests. Get the Shield from J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
J&J has protected Louisiana homes and businesses for over 60 years.
Call him today, make pests go away. J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
I just saw arguably the funniest tweet during the break here. I got to read it off. So Adam Rittenberg from ESPN does fantastic stuff. Says, my son turned 11 today. He's the best. But given the choice to dine anywhere in one of America's culinary capitals, he reached a decision, and it's a picture of Red Lobster. Hell yeah, little man. Hell yes. That is absolutely, positively amazing. 100% positively amazing. A kid, 11. Hey, little man, where do you want to go eat? Red Lobster. That's America. That right there is America. America. Heck yeah. You're not here to hear me sing and talk about Red Lobster, are you? But I thought that was funny. You know, the Bayou edition, at least where I grew up, the Bayou edition would have been take me to Copeland's. That would have been that was our Red Lobster. The one in Covington, man, I mean, It used to be really good. I don't know how it is now. I haven't been there in so long, but it's where all the high dining used to go. The high diners. I can only go there once a year, maybe. Chad says, Blake, do you know of any big recruits we're going to come up with? Chad, I talked about this. We're normally on big lists. We'll come out with them on Fridays because I learned my lesson. People coming in, people coming out, saying they're coming, saying they're not. We'll get you a list. You know my rules, but yeah, we can get it out there for you. Just remind me. Conrad, I got your address today, man. I forgot to send your sticker, but we're going to get it to you. I promise. Promise I'm going to get it to you. I'm getting you that sticker. It's on the way. I'm going to send that to you tonight. You have my word. I'll text you back or DM you back and tell you that it's sent. But thank you. I'm sending you a couple. All right. Let's get moving. It's Thursday, so you know what that means. Keys to victory. Why and what LSU is going to have to do, or what they're going to do, in my humble opinion, to beat Ole Miss on Saturday. Look, some of these are simple. And I think John Eads of WAFB asked the question that I really I truly wanted to hear BK and the way he reacted to it. John Eads asked the question. So it's my number one key to victory. The number one thing that LSU, I think, needs to do to win this football game. Guys, you got to bring the heat on Jackson Dart, and you got to blitz him. You 100% have to get after him. We have seen over and over and over again, number one is offensive line, not be able to protect him enough, and they like to get the ball out pretty quickly, and they're still giving up a lot of sacks. They're tied for 76 in the country in sacks allowed. They're one of the top teams in the country in pressure or giving up pressures. They're giving up so many pressures per half. By the way, it's over 2, pressures per half on Jackson Dart. And by the way, I don't think that they have played somebody that can be more complementary from offense, defense, and special teams like LSU. So with that being said, I'm not saying this defense isn't going to give up points at all. I know what I said in the opening, that we're not losing the game and all that stuff. I get it. However, I just wanted to be fully known. I think they're going to get in the end zone at least 3 times, maybe even 4. Maybe even 4. But if you only allow them to 21 points, that means that you're probably going to get stops, which then it's probably going to be sacks that are generated. Savion Jones, Braden Swinson. What do you do with Major Burns? What do you do with Whit Weeks? What do you do with all these guys on crucial third downs? They have not been good on third down. That is the key thing from them the last 2 weeks. There is one glaring weakness. And it's not close. There is one chink in that Ole Miss armor that everybody seems to think is, that you can't get to them. No, that it's just not true. Guys, again, Ole Miss is 17% the last 2 weeks in converting third downs. They've not been able to move the ball running it on some of them because they want to go for it on fourth. There have been many issues that they've had the last 2 weeks. There's not another one that Ole Miss has other than getting off the field on third down. Or staying on the field on third down, excuse me. There isn't one. Another very big reason why Ole Miss has struggled on third down so much. Yes, is it some that they can't get an established running game going? Yes, it is. The second thing behind that, though, is that Jackson Dart has been getting hit a lot. Go watch the first half of South Carolina, and you'll know exactly what I mean. Now, they got to him a lot. They got a sack, but they did not throw the football like that in the whole second half. So they were getting to him. Eventually, you're going to get home. You got to get 2 sacks at minimum. At minimum. And when he scrambles, when he scrambles, you got to keep a spy or contain or whatever on him because he will break your back scrambling the football. That has been the best thing for me that I love from Jackson Dart. Like if he were my quarterback, the thing that I would love about him most. Yes, does he do some accurate things throwing the football? Yes. Has he been very consistent in some things under Lane? Yes. The biggest thing that I love and the things that he does is easily what he does on third down when he's got to escape the pocket and pick up yardage and pick up first downs. That's what he does, man. In prime games, well, you should know. I mean, he leaped over one of your guys on 3rd and 15 last year. So get after him. I'm telling you, you get to him once and you get him clean, he's going to be rattled. Then you have the pantheon of concrete and steel shaking. I heard what was it? Peyton Manning one time, or no, not Peyton Manning one time. Tim Tebow one time. Excuse me. I heard two completely different quarterbacks. I have no idea why I said Peyton Manning, but I heard Tim Tebow say, and I think this was like a clippable thing that LSU had used a lot, and that they had published. It's like Tebow said in 2007, like his helmet was shaking, like on third downs, like it was so loud. Like he could feel the vibrations, like that 80s song. Guys, you got to get to him. You got to get to him. Number 2, I think you got to take a scenario or a philosophy from Lane Kiffin. I think early you need to get the ball out quickly, very quickly. I think just generating first downs. Let me tell you why. One thing that defensive linemen do not like is when they're trying to rush the passer and the ball's just out every second and a half. Talk to anybody. Like I remember the conversation that we had with Warren Sapp on this show, and I asked him, like, well, you know, in the conversation he was talking about when Ed Orgeron used to get on him so much because he would take plays off on first down if it was a pass rush because he wasn't ready for it. And he'd be like, man, I get tired. Like you have a Hall of Famer coming in here so many episodes ago talking about that. I think you need to take that playbook out, or part of Lane's playbook and philosophy, into you. Hit the quick pass. Get the ball out in space to Caden Durham. Make them come up and make tackles. Make them come up and make plays. You know, last week, I know what you did. I would not be shocked in the slightest if one of the first plays from the game or line of scrimmage is Joe Sloan faking that swing pass and you attempting to go deep. Remember, your boy said this. I feel like LSU, I have no sourcing on this whatsoever. Zero sourcing on this at all. At some point in the game, either early or on a critical third down, they're going to run that swing pass to Caden Durham, and they're going to hit him. They're going to hit somebody in the pocket, in the little zone pockets that where Nuss wants to throw the football, because it's going to be more 4 verts. But if it's zone, they're going to sit the pocket. If it's man, they're going to go up the field on a vert. I'm telling you, they're going to hit them on that. With that being said, get those passes out there. Get them out there. I think that you can get on the secondary. Let me explain. Ole Miss is 58th in the country, which we're going to come back to in great depth on one player for number 5. But if there is another area that I think that you can get on them, I think you're going to be able to throw the ball around a little bit with Nuss. And, Blake Nuss has been throwing the ball on anybody. This is a different scenario. Man, like, just to give you a little idea, South Carolina's secondary is honestly, in my humble opinion, as a unit, they might be collectively better than what Ole Miss's is. Because Ole Miss, the best offense that Ole Miss's defenses saw, it's been Wake Forest, maybe, and Wake Forest is not a good football team. With that being said, I think you can get on them. They're 58th in the country in passing yards allowed. And, guys, they play Kentucky, who does not want to throw the football, and they have played South Carolina and Lenora Sellers. They don't want to throw the football. It's not a part of their massive game plan. I think you need to let them come up and show you that they can make tackles. I'm a little skeptical of their safety play. Let's test it. Test it early. Let them come up and make plays. Number 3, Brian Kelly alluded to this today. Okay, so these notes, obviously, as you can see, my notes, Brian Kelly here, keys to victory here. I can put it up closer if you'd like. The third thing that I had thought about all week on what LSU's got to do to win this game versus Ole Miss, you gotta confuse them on some coverages. Jackson Dart has been known, Bama, Georgia, Kentucky, etc. Even last week, Lane even admitted it. That go listen to Lane's postgame. He even admitted, like, hey man, they were showing us stuff in the secondary. One thing at one moment, the ball snap, post snap, they're in something completely different. They're showing man at the last second, they're bailing. Brian Kelly alluded to that today when in his press conference. He said, listen, we're going to have to show them stuff, and then we're going to have to bail on it and know where we need to be. I think he gave you a little bit of a game plan. I don't know if he's playing chess or checkers, but I absolutely agree with him. You need to show him one thing, give him another. That also comes in the formation of where you're sending pressure and where you're bailing out in coverage. I'm very interested to see what Blake Baker has dialed up and things that they've worked on that they have not put on film this week where they feel like that they can get to Ole Miss. That's actually going to be number 4. But regardless, I think that they have been trying to do some things in the secondary, show one thing, being another. Now, that's high risk, high reward. I don't know how much they're going to do it with the secondary. I do think that they're going to 1,000% do it on who they're bailing at the line of scrimmage, meaning like when Weeks is showing that he's blitzing, does Weeks now back out? Does Weeks, in that prowler look that they love to be in, does Weeks want to bail out? Does he blitz? What do they do? What do they show Jackson Dart early and things that maybe that they have not shown on film? One thing that is interesting, okay, that I think that Lane Kiffin is going to have to figure out himself too. LSU was extremely vanilla against South Alabama and what they were doing. Now, would they send some pressures? Yes. Nothing that they hadn't sent already this season and shown on film. What I think is interesting, and if I am an Ole Miss guy, like if I were talking to Ole Miss fans all week, I would say, listen, what do they look like without Harold Perkins? There have been some that said Harold Perkins was a non-factor this year and they didn't really do much. I don't agree with you on that. I actually believe that he's done some really good things, clearly. But what do they look like in different things that LSU wants to do post Harold Perkins injury? I'm telling you, nothing was special behind what they did in an alignment standpoint against South Alabama. Guys, they were in a 4-2-5 or what you would consider a 4-2-5. Now what do they do? Now who do they bring in? Is there a player that has emerged this week and say, hey, man, this guy really has shown us some stuff on, scout team, or he showed us stuff on second team reps. He might actually be built to do this for us and help us on just one play all week. Like, hey, we're going prowler, we're going this call. And then a new personnel grouping comes in. I think that might happen. So, show them one thing early in the front seven. Give them different looks. I think that they're going to work up with something. Number 4, there's a tie. Like, I don't want you to get lost in coverage. Okay, like I think that one thing in playing off of this switching, okay, like if you're going to show them one thing pre-snap and give them something different post-snap, you cannot be missing your assignment. Because the high risk, high reward, again, Brian Kelly alluded to it twice today. Like it's when he comes out and says something, it's not bullshit. Like it's not something that you're like, oh, that's just coach speak. No, when he tells you like, hey man, we've been working on this week. Guys, he's been highly consistent in what he's saying. Man, you just can't get lost. You got to know your assignments. Guys, I really feel like that I know, you know what? I know. Like, I'll give an example. I know that the potential's in there, and I'll explain. Do you remember against Bama in 22? And the tight end for Bama had a long catch, but Sage Ryan was in the right place where he needed to be, and he got a strip. Now, you wind up not getting the ball, but remember the fumble? Remember Jay Ward being in multiple spots, Mekhi Garner being in multiple spots on third down, making tackles in front of the sticks so that Bama's got to make a tough decision. Do they go? Do they punt? Do they kick a field goal this far out? What do we do? You were showing them a lot of things pre-snap, and you gave them a lot of stuff post-snap. Like Mekhi Garner's tackle, if you remember, right before the sticks, they were showing zone coverage. He was playing man-to-man. He had his hips turned, all of it. I mean, like, this man wasn't in man-on-man at all. It's going to be interesting. Going to be interesting. Don't get lost in coverage. I listen. Golly, man. I feel like there's some of you, because some of you have told me coming out here and saying this, you're like, Blake, brother, you got to stop. They're not going to get right. They're just not going to get right. Like, we've seen too much. If there's a final hope, for it, for me, it's on this one. It literally is this game. Like, if you can't get it now, you have a bye, then you're going into Ole Miss. Then you just can't do it, man. And look, are there going to be times that Lane does something that confuses you? I'm not saying that you have to be perfect. Lane is a genius at doing that. But, man, you got to be about 95% accuracy on your assignments on what you need to do. Now, you need to be more like 99, and coaches would say 100%, but that's just not logical, and everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. You look at number 8, you look at number 3, you look at number 2, and you look at number 10. Guys, the safety play, the safeties, I mean, if there's a massive far cry, like a big, massive far cry of what you got to accomplish, like, hey, man, you got to go out on your sword on this one. Do you know what you need to do or not? We'll see, man. We'll see. But I do feel what a lot of you are saying, like, Blake, give it up. Maybe I should. Number 5. Garrett Nussmeier. Oh, where in the hell is this crazy ass going with this one? If Nuss plays turnover-free football, even if he has an interception, he's got to be big. I mean, like, he's got to be that dude. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Remember last Thursday, a week ago today, I came out here and said that, man, you know what's interesting? I'm hearing some things around the program that some of the guys have been a little bit more locked in than usual. And that was interesting about a bye week. The reason it was interesting about a bye week is that I've never heard this staff really tell me something like that outside of one time. It's 2 years ago. I always like making phone calls during the bye week. I don't just always something that I've done. Knowing people up there, talking to people that are constantly up there. What's it been like? Guys, I think that Garrett, for what it's worth, non-practice hours, not just him going through film, him, coaching staff, everybody going through what they need to go through, when they need to go through it, and extra. I hope, and this would be as a starter, now that you have all of your coaches, Kelly, Sloan, and Hankton, that are all going to be in a room together for the first time one-on-one with your starting quarterback outside of maybe there not being other quarterbacks in that room. Let's not act like that this doesn't happen with just starters in general, like the lead guy in general, meaning you're a real starter. Garrett has put in some work these last 2 weeks, and good on him. Glad that is happening. Is this a game where I don't want to say that we haven't seen him take a next step? For me, personally, for all of you that watch this show religiously, I think he's got to take that next step. This is where the really good players at LSU that you remember become this guy behind me. Sorry to everybody on the audio, but I'm pointing to a picture of Joe Burrow. That's where you start becoming legends. I don't know if he is or not, but you go into Tiger Stadium at night, Death Valley. You don't need to be him, but you have the opportunity. I alluded to this earlier. I think that Ole Miss's secondary can be had. I think they really can. Guys, again, they have not seen a team. Think about this. What if I told you this? What if I told you that there was a team out there that is middle of the country in a ranking? Like, what do I mean? If I told you that there was a team that was 58th in the country, around half, little bit better, but maybe just a little bit above average in one statistical category, in one key area. But even though they're about middle of the pack, that they have not played anybody that's good enough to really test it. But I tell you that, hey, man, the second leading passer in the SEC or the conference that you play in, a guy that does have 14 touchdowns, a guy that does have a lot of passing yards, and a guy that can really sling it. Does he make bad decisions? Sure. Take that out for a minute. Well, you've been bad against teams that can't throw the football as effectively as LSU can. Here's where this makes me a little nervous. Where it makes me a little nervous, okay, is that, number one, you do have some receivers that are hurt. I don't know. Kyle Parker is out. C.J. Daniels. If you ask me to put money on it, I say C.J. Daniels does not play. Chris Hilton, I'm throwing Chris Hilton out because Chris hasn't played all year, and at some point, we're halfway through the year. When he comes back, he comes back. There just comes a time where you got to, like, not even on the guys that Nuss has been working with in this rotation. So you have two out. The two that have been the best for you, and Aaron Anderson and Kyron Lacey, they got to be better, and somebody's got to step up and be that third guy. Now, do you lean on Mason Taylor more? Because he can be that viable option. You still have the weaponry, better weaponry than the teams that Ole Miss just played. Guys, you have the better receiver core than Kentucky. Guys, you had the better receiving core than South Carolina. Believe me, you do. And you know that too. They have a better receiving core. than Wake Forest and Dookie State and Furman, who they played in week 1. I went and watched the Furman game today, and I'm like, this is a joke. This is a joke. Pete Golding's going to send heat after Nuss. He's going to start with his front four and see if he can get home. You have a really good unit protecting Nussmeier. You do. And I think that is where I see the optimism. You know, this week I've monitored it. I've monitored the situation at hand. I know a lot of you have been feeling like, hey, man, I just don't know if we can win this one. All right, fair. But there's a chink in this Ole Miss armor. It's their secondary. Can you exploit it? Can you limit? Can you make sure that you're not making mistakes? If you have issues throwing the football in this game, I'm really going to question some things. I'm really like, is it play calling, scheme? Like, what is going on? Kyron Lacey, if you're him, if you're going to be that guy, tomorrow, Saturday's the day. It's the day. Are you him? Are you going to live in that pantheon of LSU wide receivers? Now, I don't know if you do. I don't know if you have a Justin Jefferson or Malik Neighbors on this team. I don't know. Haven't seen it yet. Maybe that is Aaron Anderson. Blakey's 5'7". I don't care if he was 5'2". Go be great. Kyron Lacey goes off, you win this football game. Kyron had a great game last time on the far left boundary, which, by the way, guys, I would attack the far left boundary. I don't even know if I'm looking at Trey Amos to start the game. Wherever 9 goes, I'm going the opposite direction. I am going to absolutely abuse the opposite side of Trey Amos. I feel good. I feel good, man. I feel good about this one. So those are my keys to victory. I will just say, before we kind of turn the page, I see that we got some stars. I see Ted Biddle just sent in some stars on Facebook. Thank you, Ted. I appreciate that, man. I want to say this before we kind of turn the page here. I saw we got the super chat in here too. Can you lose? Yeah. Are there a lot of things that worry me in this one? Yes. My anxiety meter is about an 8.5 right now. It's only Thursday. By Saturday at 12 o'clock, it'll probably be up to a 10. It'll probably be up to a 10. I don't know how y'all do it. I really don't. It's up to a 10, man. It's up to a 10 on Saturday mornings on weeks like this. But right now, I'm about an 8.5. I feel good, but I'm cautious. I'm very cautious. I just don't know if I can see them coming to your place at night and beating you. I know that college football has been weird this year. I know it's been very weird. Sometimes in some places and in some things, college football, like it doesn't, like Saturday night in Death Valley, that is not one of those places that does. Now, have you lost here tonight? Yeah. Brian Kelly's 12-0 in night games. I mean, guys, in night games, think about this. In night games in Tiger Stadium, you're 108-15 since 2000. Since Saban got here. You're 108-15th in night games in Tiger Stadium. So when they say, yeah, they don't lose there at night. Well, it's not like West Virginia where they don't have the record to back it up. At this place, they do have the record and they do back it up. Have there been losses in there? Yeah, there have been losses in there. I think about Tennessee. I think about Alabama. How many times did Alabama come in here and win at night? What, 3, 4? Let's go get them, man. I believe in it. I believe in it. All right. Chase Bear with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Looks like he's on his boat, man. Look at that avatar. Looks either it's at the beach or something. No, that ain't no boat. That man's at the beach or something. I was about to say, this man on a boat, this man got super money. But he says, this is where the defensive ends need to hold the edge. Bingo. And linebackers need to have a great game. Bingo. As well as the safeties need to communicate well with Ole Miss going fast at times. 100%. I can live with you just getting beat. I can live with it. Like, if you're man-on-man coverage and you get beat, okay. Go through, like, during games, go through my tweets. I get more pissed off over blown coverages than anything. Because, I mean, like, come on, man. Come on. Know your assignment and know your roles. All right. Let's do this. I'm going to come back. We'll talk about Brian Kelly's press conference. We'll do Ask Blake. So thoughts, questions, concerns. How about this? I'll just get to this. Give me thoughts, questions, and concerns about the game. Or no, let's do this. How about this? Give me your LSU versus Ole Miss score predictions. Put them inside the chat right now. Put them inside the chat. If you want to, give me a key reason why. What's the LSU beats Ole Miss because, and here's the score. Do that right now. Put it inside the chat. We greatly appreciate it. Let me get to a quick break. We're right back. Stay with us. Guys, I want to talk to you about our good friends over the Drake Williams Law Firm and Drake Title Company. Are you facing tough times due to an injury from a car accident, navigating the complexities of divorce, or purchasing a new home? At the Drake Williams Law Firm and Drake Title Company, they understand the challenges you're going through, and they are here to help. The lawyer team of Ernie Drake III, Ryan J. Williams, and Summer Vignair, along with Morgan Daniels, have the experience and proven track record to give you that peace of mind. Give them a call today at 985-386-7600. That's 985-386-7600 to schedule a free consultation at their brand new office located in historic downtown Ponchatoula. They're also doing a special, the AYS special. If you're refinancing or closing on a home in Southeast Louisiana, request the Drake Title Company to handle your closing. If you mention Blake Ruffino and AYS, you're going to receive a $400 discount on title fees. Again, give them a call at 985-386-7600. Let them know that Blake Ruffino sent you on by. Guys, you might know my good friend Carol Falls and all the great service that he provides over at State Farm. He is your good neighbor after all. But did you know State Farm has surprisingly great rates as well? Along with the great neighbor service, State Farm agent Carol Falls has surprisingly great rates for everyone inside the state of Louisiana. So call him today at 985-395-4300, 985-395-4300 for all of those surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, and individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to the State Farm underwriting requirements. Guys, let me tell you about our good friends over at Easy Free Bail Bonds, LLC, where they get your feet back on the street. There may come a time where a loved one or yourself is arrested and you don't have enough money to get bail from jail. Easy Free Bail Bonds will assist you in the process of getting bail bonds for your family. These bonds are a way to ensure that you're financially covered when a predicament like an arrest occurs. Easy Free Bail Bonds is located inside the state of Louisiana with an expert team of bondsmen that are available to assist you or your family 24/7. The team is professional and has a high-quality work ethic that will give you nothing but satisfaction. The company takes feedback from past customers in order to better their services and are always looking to accommodate and mold their services that best fit your needs. Remember this number, 985-517-3631. That's 985-517-3631. Because when you need to get back on your feet and back on the street, you know who to call.
Louisiana is unique. The food, the festivals, even the bugs. No, not mud bugs. Unwanted bugs like these. The ones you don't want crawling in your home or business. Trust the Shield from J&J Exterminating. We've been protecting Louisiana homes for over 50 years, earning the trust of our clients because we deliver what we promise. Protect your home from pests. Get the Shield from J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
3 key things that Brian Kelly said in his press conference. Number 1, pass rush. We still have been really good there. John Eads asked about that. We talked about that. I thought that was key. Brian Kelly said something very interesting. He said that the safeties have to do a good job in communication. He's going to continue to bring that up every week. It's just, guys, I'm telling you, he mentions the safety room at least once a week, at minimum. Mostly every time that he goes out there, he says something about a safety room. So, yeah. Caden Durham practiced today. Brian Kelly said he'd be very shocked and surprised if he is not able to go. He is going to be able to go. And that Zy Alexander cleared. It was interesting on something. I thought that this might be a little bit of gamesmanship. Maybe it's not. Brian Kelly was asked, hey, you might be out with a pair of receivers. What is some guys that you have seen this week that have stepped up, or how has other guys looked? And he said, well, Kamarian Pimpton and Trey'Dez Green look really good. Now, that's really interesting. That's interesting. I think that my man was playing a little bit of gamesmanship. Like, oh shit, man, they're gonna come in here with 12 personnel and run this. Are they really about to go full Notre Dame on us? I gotta be honest, I don't think that that's happening. Now, could I see Kamarian Pimpton or Trey'Dez Green doing something? Did they figure something out in the bye week? And Lane Kiffin listening to Brian Kelly like, oh, shit. Pete, come in here. And then Pete Golding walks down and he goes, did you see this? Oh, I saw it. Here's one thing that I know for a fact. For a fact, coaches watch press conferences. I don't give a shit what anybody says. I know for a fact they watch press conferences. I'll tell you this. About 5 years ago, it was about 4 or 5 years ago. Really good buddy of mine was not an on-field position coach yet. He is a position coach now in the SEC. And I'll never forget the week that they were playing LSU and Ed Orgeron. This man texted me and said, does Orgeron always give out his game plans like this? And I said, hell yes. But when we were on a show, post-game show after, well, who did LSU beat in 23? Oh, Missouri. It was 11 a.m. game. This man before their game, he's an SEC position coach, texted me and said, bro, did Brian Kelly really just say this? And whatever he had said about Missouri, they be listening. I do think it might be a little bit of gamesmanship. Maybe not. I could be wrong. I'm just trying to read the room here. They gonna go in there and throw that bitch. Bro, they about to go in here and throw this thing. They're gonna sling this thing around. LSU is. I feel it. I feel it. Or they're going to attempt to. Nutt's gonna have 40 passing attempts. I fully believe it. They're gonna tie. Here's what I think that they're gonna really do. If you're the offensive game plan, they're gonna come out and try to throw it around a little bit, short passes early. They're going to start hitting you with the medium-sized stuff. Then they're going to hit you with the whole enchilada. Okay? Here comes the enchilada. They're going to be out there trying to be sizzling like them fajitas that come out when you had a Mexican restaurant. You know that sizzle I'm talking about. That's how they want to come out sizzling. Boy, fajitas are so good too. I got to be real with you. Me and my wife had fajitas not too long ago, or for my birthday. And so actually a long time ago, I guess, July, we had fajitas, we split them. I love some fajitas, man. Well, Blake, you like to meet mega pause. Y'all need to stop that. I know y'all was thinking that. Stop the cap. I think they're going to come out and try to throw this thing around. Could be wrong, man. I just could be wrong. Strictly opinion. So I tell you, opinion sourcing, that is strictly an opinion. Strictly an opinion. All right. That's about it for Brian Kelly. I mean, he talked about Nussmeier, and he said he's been really self-scouting himself. No, that's what he was saying is that man's been up in the building a little bit more than usual. He needs to be in there like that every week. Screw that it's South Alabama or Nichols. Texas Vet says, come to Texas, Blake. What I need to come to Texas for? See, with a burnt orange kind of brownish truck. See, them Texas fans, man, they don't like me. I don't know if that's Texas Vet here and people in Texas. Listen, man, Italians have gone with Texans a long time, and some of them don't come back. That's why the mob didn't ever go down to Texas. Oh, he said fajitas. Okay, I thought you. I see. Texas Vet said fajitas. I'll give Texas this, man. Some of the best when we went up there, man. Best Mexican food. I'll tell you this, man. The barbecue was insane. I forget the place that my brother took me to when we went over there. Holy shit. Their barbecue is good, man. It's really good. And we kind of fasted for 12 hours. Actually, more than that, 16 hours. So it might have been better than what it was. I was freaking hungry. Aaron Miller says they can get the spices easier. Oh, hell yeah. I bet you they can. That's what I'm going to do if we win on Saturday. That's how I'm starting off the show. Hopefully I don't forget about what I just did on Thursday, that I can actually, if we win this game on Saturday, come out here and do it. Krim says 30-10 LSU defense won't let Ole Miss score in the second half. Boy, I ain't going there. Ooh! Nope. I ain't that confident. I'm confident. I ain't that confident. All right. We'll see y'all soon. We'll see y'all on Saturday. David says most of the barbecue is good, but I had a Texas brisket too dry. The brisket that I had was not dry. It was really good. And I love some brisket. There's this place over here in Hammond. I probably shouldn't do this. You probably should make your own, but I don't have I have a grill, but I have the flat top. What do you call it? The griddle. I don't have a smoker, but I went and got some brisket 2 weeks ago. The dude that makes it's from Texas, and his wife's from Louisiana. He moved over here. Good on her, bringing his ass over here. Man can cook. I forget what that place is called though. It's right here in Hammond. Pretty good, man. Actually, I'll tell you the truth. It's really good. Really good. I'll have to get y'all the name of it. We'll see y'all soon, man. Y'all have a good one. Peace.